Hi everyone, welcome to the Minute of Taxes. Today we are going to share about one topic that somebody brought to my mind yesterday. I decided to put it in today. When I was having an interview with my customer yesterday, the question after question, it brought me to the point that I think you need to know about this thing. So basically, what was it? It was to know what are all the components that makes you guys paying around 30% of taxes every year. And that's a fact. On average, every taxpayer pays around 30% of their hard earning income every year. So basically what happens is that as you are working, you are paying actually more taxes than you think you're actually paying. And what are all the other components of your taxes besides the income tax that you know? So if you go to your paycheck, you will see that the first thing you see, you pay income tax, right? What do you also pay? You also pay state tax. What do you also pay? You also pay self-employment tax. You also pay social security tax. When you add all of those, and you have to add every other tax that you pay during the year, like when you go to DMV, you pay taxes over there. When you go to the supermarket, when you shop for some states, you are actually paying state, they call it sales tax. Sales tax, yes. And in some states, you also have local and local state, like state tax and city tax, and sometimes even very micro local tax that you pay. So in average, every taxpayer pays in average 30% of their income, and that's the reason why I told him they didn't collect tax on your W2. He said no, they collected taxes. I said how? He said sure, see here. And when I look at it, yeah, they collected social security tax, which is a trust fund. Any company, they don't play with that. They don't play with the trust fund, which is the payroll tax. So they will always collect that out of your paycheck. The state, they will always collect, most of the time they collect state tax on your paycheck. They will collect what is called, I even forget, self-employment tax, disability tax. You know, there are so many taxes that you guys pay every year. I'm not even talking about the property tax. Every single taxpayer pays property tax, especially if you are in a state that has property tax. So if there's a property tax in your state, it's not only for homeowner. Even you, if I take the example of New Jersey, the property tax rate is 18%. That means every year you are paying 18% of property tax, even though you are a tenant. It means that within your rent, you are actually paying 18% of it. So you guys have to know. But how do you actually come up to collect all of those? The first thing is to track. It means if you go to the motor vehicle, you pay something. If there's taxes on it, you have to track it. If you go to the supermarket, you go to grocery shopping, and you spend money on it, of course, keep the receipt, because this person say, okay, I pay so many taxes. Okay, do you have the evidence of it? The evidence is just to track those expenses. You can keep the receipt, or you can actually write them down every time you make a purchase. At the end of the year, you are able to come up with the 7% of what you have been paying on grocery. So it's the same thing for every single thing that you pay, that you think you are paying taxes on it, because it's the first way to save in taxes is to track your expenses. And I will never say that enough. The first way to save in taxes is not to think about when you file your taxes and to want your CPA to make something magical for you to receive the refund. If he is able to make it, you are putting yourself in trouble. And the best way is to be educated. We spent 4 hours of consulting that was supposed to be 30 minutes for me to go over and over to explain to him that you don't want to put yourself in trouble. This is what you can take. And the best way to actually save in taxes is planning, because you are paying education expenses, right? You are spending $2,000, $20,000, $30,000, $50,000. What can you get? The max you can get, if it's American Opportunity Tax Credit is $2,500. Compare this to $30,000 that you pay for education. Compare this with the health. He said, oh, okay, I pay for health care. That's a good thing. He said that he paid for health insurance. I said, congratulations, because everybody has to pay for health insurance. Otherwise, there's a penalty on it. Some people don't even know if you don't pay for health insurance. So you pay money for health insurance. Now you want to take tax credit on it. Did you consult with a CPA to know how paying health care, health insurance can actually provide you with a tax saving? If you don't, then everything that you pay is zero tax incentive. But there's some way that you can actually pay for your health care or for insurance, but that will provide you with a tax saving. Same thing for education. If you just go there and pay for your education every year, of course, you will get the same little to nothing in terms of tax credit that you can take compared to all the deduction you can actually take if you consult with a CPA or a tax professional. So the first thing to you to save is not to just do something and at the end assume that it's going to provide you a tax credit or help you to receive more refund. You have to consult anytime you are thinking about making an expense, especially an expense that you think that, okay, I'm doing this because it's going to help me. Consult with somebody who will tell you how what you are doing is going to help you for your taxes. Do not do it and then come and tell him, because if you have done it wrong, there's no way for him to change it. Okay, so this is what I want to share with you on this edition of the Myth of Taxes. It was to help you to understand, to even let you know, if you knew that you pay around 30%, that means if you're making $100,000 a year, you are actually making $70,000. That's what you have to know. So in taxes only. So if you are not acting, you are not doing nothing, then you are paying 30% every year until you start thinking about other people that are actually paying nothing in taxes legally. Okay, so this is what the Myth of Taxes. If you're new here, this is Roussel, your tax and accounting specialist. I started this live series to educate my community when it comes to tax, because a lot of people have wrong assumption and sometimes it can backfire to them. I'm actually auditing, helping someone on with the audit with the IRS of like $22,000, because a lot of things were assumed in his taxes wrongly without him even knowing. So if you're new, if you like this video and you want to watch the other video, just like it, share it, comment, tell me what you think, and more importantly, subscribe and invite other people to subscribe to this YouTube channel so that you will get more and more and more of this Minute of Taxes. Ciao. That was Roussel. See you tomorrow for the next numero. Ciao. So I believe that by now you have learned at least one thing that you didn't know about how to legally save in taxes. If you really need to know even more in depth of what you have learned, or even a different strategy of how you can do as a business owner, as a simple taxpayer, I will invite you to click on the link below to see all the other tools or training that I have available for you. See you in the inside.